My name's Joanne. I work for a charity called Music Support, and we support anyone in the UK music industry with their mental health or with addiction challenges. And drum and bass community, we need your help. Never before have we seen a pandemic like this, which has meant our industry is ground to a halt, and people need us, and we would love for you to be a part of their journey of getting well. So if you'd like to visit our website at musicsupport.org and donate anything you can, it would be gratefully appreciated. And we hope to see you all on a dance floor very soon. Thanks for having us.
Hey, I am DJ Phantasy and I want to welcome you to my section of Follow the Sun. It's a 24-hour drum and bass extravaganza from all four corners of the globe. And I'm here in London right now. What I want to do for my section is I want to go through my album that was released yesterday called Generations. It's available in all these places. Listen, go out there. Grab it, stream it, buy it, share it, just spread the word. And you know what I want to do is I want to go through all of the tracks on the album because I've got some great collaborations. I've got some stuff I've done myself. And also during this hour, I have got some great interviews from my brother TC, Absolute Don. I also got an interview with Ben Snow, one of the hottest new talents that's about right now. I've also got an interview with the legends, the Ragga Twins. Yeah, they've been in the business 30 years and they're just legends, and they're my brothers as well. And also I got an interview with the Grammy nominated award-winning Medusa. So stay tuned, it's going to be a madness. And remember, share, 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 share. It's really important that you lot share. Just tag your mates, get everybody involved and share, share, share. So Generations came about, an idea that I had when I thought to myself, I'm coming up to 30 years in the business. It's been a mad journey of like amazing highs and serious lows. And I decided that I wanted to write a book to basically document my journey throughout the music. And off of that, I wanted to do an album. And this is how the album Generations come about. The actual name of it was, well, the book was 3 Generations Deep, was to represent like 3 generations, like 30 years. And I got to big up Dave Jenkins, who co-wrote the book with me, because Dave basically took my words, my thoughts, everything that was in my mind, and he basically put it all together and helped it flow nicely. And he put in an amazing amount of work. So big up Dave Jenkins. But I'm not being biased when I say it is a really good read. So please, just look at some of the reviews that have been on Amazon. I've posted some reviews from personal messages that people have sent me, which have been like absolutely amazing. So please, it's available on my website, djphantasy.co.uk, or it's available on Amazon. The ones that are on my website, I do personally sign myself. So if you want something signed for someone or yourself, then please order it from my site. And basically, the whole idea was to celebrate 30 years in the business. And I thought, what better way to do it than a book, and also to do an album. So here is the first track of the album. It's called Tell Me. It's produced by myself, TC, and featuring the beautiful vocals of Cammy Robinson. We're going to drop the lyric video for you now. We were meant to shoot a music video for this, but unfortunately, due to the pandemic, we've not been able to do it.
Don't know why, I just can't get you out my head. Soul of mine is feeling heavier than lead. Fighting every bit of fear I have inside. I'd kill it just to get you right here by my side. 'Cause all I need is you. Tell me that you love me. All I need is true. Just a little bit from you. 'Cause all I need is you. To tell me that you love me. All I need is true. Just a little bit from you. Tell me that you need me. 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 Tell me that you need me.
I love that tune, the vibes. Do you know what? When I play that tune out and I just see everybody just going mad, oh mate, goosebumps. So listen, big love to all the people out there, everyone enjoying that tune. And do you know what? What better time than to bring in my boy TC? What are you saying? Yes, and I want to welcome my brother, the legendary TC.
What's going on, bro?
I'm good. What's happening?
Yeah, I'm very good, thank you.
Excellent. I was going to tell you quickly, guys, before this whole pandemic happened, TC was telling me months before it happened, you need to be prepared. So thank you.
Armageddon was coming, bro.
I was a bit more prepared than some of my friends, and I was telling them, I was like, listen, I was talking to TC and he's saying this, and like, so anyway, some people were like, oh, no, it's just a cough and a cold, and others were like a little bit more, oh, this is a bit serious. At first I was a little bit like, but then, you know, after talking to you, you gave me some nice insights, and so big up for that, bro.
Mate, when they locked off that city, I was just like, there's concrete blocks. There's concrete blocks, they're blocking off the city, bruv. You know what I mean? I was like, no, this ain't gonna work.
I thought you went a...
Bryce!
I thought you went a bit far when you started getting all the sandbags and stacking them out in your front garden. No,
yeah, sandbags, bruv. Baseball bats. Crossbows.
Excellent. So listen, TC, listen, obviously we've just played the track Tell Me, which you and I produced alongside featuring the vocals of Cammy Robinson. And do you know what, for me, honestly, you know, like I've told you this, it was an absolute pleasure to be able to get in the studio with you. You're one of my favourite DJ producers from years. So it was an absolute honour for me. So what's it like for you to work with other people? Because I know you work with other people like Chris.
Hate it. You had to come here and like literally knock my door down, bro. Literally, that's what it was.
Yeah,
I know. Working with you is brilliant. Like, you're a really good person to work with. But in general, I just don't like working with people that much. I mean, I kind of do. I like the results, but I don't like. I don't know. It's just a very sort of collaborative sort of process. And I'm an only child, so I'm, you know, a bit just like,
I hear that. You're set in your ways and you like your things. But I'll tell you now, like I you know, I've just said in a recent interview, Mackie G, Martin Ikin, absolutely amazing producers. You are definitely in that category of, you know, the way you work is so great. And listen, for any of you lot that have not seen any of TC's live streams, trust me, they're so informative.
They need to come and join the wolf pack.
That's right. You know,
yes.
Honestly, I know some people, some friends of mine that, you know, they're kind of like, they do the DJing and producing as a side thing, hobby. They got proper jobs, but they got a mad passion for music. And they've told me that what they've learned from you by watching your videos has been like really helpful. So, you know, I know.
Go over to tcdnb.com and you can see them all there. And, you know, the whole point of it is to help those people. It's not just for professionals.
Yeah.
There's, as you say, there's loads of people who are just like, they just want to make tunes just to play to their friends.
Yeah.
And
course.
like, if I can help them with a little bit of advice on like a little bit of mastering, like, you know, maybe sell them a preset or something to help them with their tune or whatever, it all just helps to,
of course it does,
you know, make people happy. And that's what this is about, really. And I think, you know, I've spoken to some people recently and like, they're like big in the game and they're like, I'm watching your streams and I'm learning little bits and bobs. I'm like, yes, that's amazing.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Two things I was going to say. One, if any of you young producers out there want to get into like, and do you know what, have some ready-made sounds that you can use in your records. I mean, we've used them in our track Tell Me. We've used some of the presets from TC's packs. You can get them at his website, which is presetfood.com or tcdnb.com. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay,
yeah,
excellent. And another thing as well, you know, look, I'm always saying this. I've been in this business for over 30 years as Phantasy. I was, you know, about before Phantasy, but I technically look at the 30th.
Man's been about for time.
For time. And you know what? I'm still learning. Like you could,
Oh,
the one
yeah.
beautiful thing about this business and this industry is you're just always learning. When I was working with you, I was learning stuff, like just sitting in the studio, watching how you operate in that.
Teeth in more like.
And then, you know what, it's like whoever I work with, and I hope that when I work with people, they pick up something or two. And that's one of the beautiful things about, you know, collaborations. And like sometimes I find that a sound writes itself. Like a sound will, you know, a certain sound will just work in certain keys and write itself. And with your pack, there's loads of things like that. They're almost like they aid people in writing them big melodies. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, on the massive presets, there's loads of sort of like ones that are almost just a whole tune. You just hold down one note, and you know, I'm so frustrated in this business where you see packs, especially from like big companies, and you're like, wow, okay, I'm gonna buy this. I bought a pack of like what was it, like saxophone things. There was literally one thing on there, and I paid him like £25. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You could go to mine and you get £4.20, and there's 33 sounds on there. That's amazing. They're actually good. I'm not even just saying that. I don't want this to be like one of them things where it's just like, oh, just trying to like.
No, but you know what I wanted to say? I love how you picked the stoner price of £4.20.
Bruv, I'm all about the comedy, bruv. I'm telling you, it's all about. That's what it's all about. That's what life is, mate.
So we're going to wrap this up, and you know what? This is Phantasy TC. Thank you so much for joining me on this this live stream that I'm doing for was it Follow the Sun? That's it. I keep
Follow the Sun.
No, sorry, Follow the Sun. I'll tell you more about it offline.
Follow the Sun, massive. Yes. Peace. Big up on Wolfpack. Big up Phantasy.
TC, what a legend. Right, moving along. The next track is a track called Space Time. Do you know what? Enough talking. We're just going to get straight on with the music. Oh man, do you know what? I absolutely love that tune, Space Time. Do you know what? A funny fact I was just thinking about when I was listening to that. When I originally wrote that, I actually wrote that with in my mind for a vocal for IC3. I kind of felt with the melody, dun, 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 dun. I thought that would be something that like IC3 would be able to sit on, but due to, I don't even know, due to mad schedules, we were never able to like, you know, get that locked in. But big up IC3, my brother. And yeah, so that was Space Time. I hope you enjoyed it. Moving along. The next track is Party Girl. Now, Party Girl I released about maybe 6 to 8 weeks ago, and you know what? I remember when I was discussing the video idea, I called my mate Lennox, Wayne Lennox. He is an absolute genius. I said, look, I've got this idea and I want to kind of make it a little bit risky, but I want to kind of be respectful to, like, obviously to my actors, or, you know, whoever's in the film, the video. And he basically come back to me and said, listen, I've got this great idea. What about if we get a doll and have her doing the madness? And I just was like, oh my God, it was ingenious. So what we started doing is we started sitting down and trying to work out the plan. And you know what? I'm not even going to waffle no more. This is Party Girl by DJ Phantasy. Check this video out. It is brilliant.
Morning, cup of tea.
Yes, that was Party Girl, and you know what? It was great fun to film. Like, come on, man! If you didn't laugh at that video, then I don't know what's going on. Did anyone see the special guest at the end? That's right, it was Lee Ryan from Blue. So big up, Lee. Appreciate you being in the video, bro. I wanted to just say, when I put that video out, like, the amount of people that contacted me and was saying, yo, Phants, like, oh my God, that's me, or that's my bird, or this is my friend, da, 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 da. So you know, it was just such a funny thing to film. So if you know a party girl, yeah, tag them, show them that video, because it's jokes. I hope you're enjoying the album review so far for Generations that just come out. The next track is with the legendary Ragga Twins. This one's called Run the World, and this is the official lyric video. First time world exclusive being played right now. Check it out.
Yo! Ragga Twins back again. You don't know we're always about. Phantasy and Ragga Twins back again. Fancy. How you mean? Hey! 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 Everybody say get ready, let's go. We run the world, we run the world. Yo! Everybody say get ready, let's go. We run the world, we run the world. Yo! Everybody say get ready, let's go. We run the world, we run the world. Yo! Everybody say get ready, let's go. We run the world, we run the world. Yo! Yo! Damn! The world just shook. Wasn't prepared with these bars and hook. It's just a fresh lyrics out of the songbook. So watch out with them fighters, pirates and crook. The world, how we run. You have to keep current or you will get fun. Come up against we, it's not all fun. Just like them MCs who's carrying we done. Everybody say get ready, let's go. We run the world, we run the world, yo! Everybody say get ready, let's go. We run the world, we run the world, yo! Everybody say get ready, let's go. We run the world, we run the world, yo! Everybody say get ready, let's go. We run the world, we run the world, yo!
Yes, the Ragga Twins, absolute legends. Do you know what? Let's just go and talk to them right now. Flinty, D-Man, what are you saying, guys? I am here with none other than my brothers, the Ragga Twins, the legendary Flinty, D-Man. How are you guys?
We're good. I'm good.
Wicked.
Lockdown, but I'm good.
Wicked. How you been dealing with the lockdown? You been all right?
Yeah, it's stressful. It's stressful, you know, missing my peers and mates and friends in out raving and all that. But I've learned to DJ, so a little bit. So
I'm glad you said that. I was going to ask you about that. So have you been learning to DJ, Flints?
Nah, man, I can't bother with all that. There's enough DJs out there, mate. I can't bother with all that, mate.
Wait,
I'm looking at making us more money. I'm looking at making us more money.
Right, listen, that's it.
Doing like
yeah, but he's going to be just standing up doing nothing, isn't it? Just changing tunes.
No. I'll have my headphones with the mic.
Wait, bruv, how difficult is it to be a DJ?
Very. I thought it was an easy thing. It's not easy, you know.
But hold on a minute. Hold on. Is he going to be one of them DJs that, because I'm the DJ, I get more money than you?
No. Well, I should get more money than you because I'll be MCing and DJing.
Started already.
You can't even argue. You can't argue with that, Flint. You know what I mean?
But fantasy, it's not an easy thing. I don't know. Before, like I used to say, you DJs got it easy. It's not. It's a hard craft. Yeah. It's nearly as hard as MCing.
Flinty, what we're going to do, right, is he's going to DJ and me and you're going to spit bars, yeah? And I'm going to start. We run the world, yo!
Everybody said, get ready, let's go.
But listen, you know what? Obviously, like, you guys, I could not do an album without having you two legends, like, bless it. So first of all, thank you so much for coming and doing that for me. You know, the lyrics, I mean, we didn't even talk about it. You just went in the studio and done it. Like, where did that lyric come from? Is that something you lot do when you're out at gigs?
We done it as that freestyle. Remember you was doing that, is it drumandbass.com?
Oh,
and we was doing the freestyles on the boat.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so we done it there, and the response for it was good. And as reggae DJs, when you write a lyrics, we don't just write lyrics for songs, we write lyrics to chat out. So when you write a lyrics and you chat it out, people like it, we put it on songs.
Yeah.
So that, you know, people's got that piece of history of that lyrics, you know what I mean? You don't just, so it's not just lost in raves, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because when we came into, before we was like reggae MCs, and it was a lot of like dancehall stuff, but as we went on, we started to work in the studio. Now, the reason why we kind of left our sound, Unity, and you could say we didn't leave the reggae scene, but we had to go away because the people that were running us weren't taking us in the studio enough. We weren't doing the albums. We didn't have the singles that was playing on David Rodigan on a Sunday. So, you know, we felt like we had a great name in the sounds in the dance halls, but as for recording artists, we was like non-existent.
I think my first record I bought of yours was I think it could have been, it wasn't Hooligan. Was Hooligan 69 yours?
Lamborghini. You're talking about Lamborghini.
That was like in 89, right?
Yeah, that was Shut Up and Dances. That weren't us.
They sampled D-Man off the Unity cassette.
Oh.
So they wanted to put it out they wanted to put it out. So they checked D-Man to ask if they could put it out because of the sample.
Right.
And then so when we came to meet them after that, they said, when we put it out, we're going to put it featuring Ragga Twins so that when you guys, your name's already out there. But it was a Shut Up and Dance featuring Ragga Twins, that tune. And then that launched up, kind of.
A lot of your music was getting played at them kind of big, massive raves at the weekend. Were you actually in the crowd listening to these? No. We didn't used to go. We never went to the raves, but on a weekend when we would see our mates, they would who was going to the raves at that time, because it was the early days. They were saying, "Oh, we keep hearing your voice in the raves on records and that," and we're like, "Yeah, we've done a few tunes, but we didn't know they were playing that massively in the raves." You know what I mean? And they was telling us, "No, these tunes are tearing down the place." It's like every set, DJs are playing it every set. Every set. You know what? I'm going to wrap this up now because, like, obviously I'm in the middle of this live stream for like Follow the Sun, and I just want to just say, Run the World. You absolutely smashed it on there. Thank you so much. You're absolute legends, and D-Man, Flinty, the Ragga Twins. What can I say?
Respect, bro.
Peace. Everybody stay safe and keep music live. See?
Boy, the Ragga Twins, what can I say? Absolute legends, 30 years in the game. Psh. Top guys. Do you know what? Moving on, this next track on the album is a big one. It's Grammy nominated. It's a multi-award winning song. It was #1 in numerous countries around the world. It has sold millions and millions of copies. And I have been absolutely honoured to be able to do the official drum and bass remix for it. It is none other than Medusa's classic, Piece of Your Heart. And before I play the song, I just want to big up Serge from Club Class Management, also Kevin, and also want to big up my boy Tristan Ingram. Thank you, Tristan. And I want to just like basically send big love out to Universal Music, because you know what? They had this mad chain of emails, like there must have been like 20 plus people in there, all lawyers and the A&R team, and it was crazy. But you know what, thank you to all of them for basically getting this track approved and signed off and everything for the album. I really truly do appreciate it. But you know what, enough of my talking. I'm just going to get on and play the song. This is Medusa, Piece of Your Heart, the DJ Phantasy drum and bass remix. Check it out.
Show me a piece of your heart. Show me a piece of your heart. I'm calling you up to get down. Show me a piece of your heart, a piece of your love. I'm calling you up to getting down, down, down. The way that we touch is never enough. I'm turning you up to getting down, down. Show me a piece of your heart, a piece of your love. I'm calling you up to getting down, down, down. The way that we touch is never enough. I'm turning you up to getting down, down, down. What? Sorry, just quickly. What if it's da 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 down, down, down. Da 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 da. Down, down, down. Down, down, show me a piece of your heart. Show me a piece of your heart. I'm calling you up to getting down, down. Show me a piece of your heart, a piece of your love. I'm calling you up to getting down, down, down. The way that we touch is never enough. I'm turning you up to getting down, down. Show me a piece of your heart, a piece of your love. I'm calling you up to getting down, down, down. The way that we touch is never enough. I'm turning you up to getting down, down, down. Down, down, down.
What can I say? Do you know what? That song, that just stuck in my head as soon as I heard it. But you know what I'm going to do? We're going to have a chat with Medusa right now as they join me. They join me live right now. Medusa, guys, welcome. This is the massive, massive Medusa. What can I say? Listen, it's an absolute pleasure to have you here with me. Thank you so much. Whereabouts are you right now?
We are close to Milan in Italy.
Oh, right, excellent. So you've also been on lockdown as well, right?
Yeah, it's finished since 2-3 weeks.
Yes, no more.
Yeah, we're quite free, but not 100% free, but yeah, we're trying to live now.
I get that. So listen, what I wanted to do was have a chat with you about your record, Piece of Your Heart, which I was, blessed to be able to remix. So thank you so much. And before I go in, I just want to say, one of the best things was when you guys went on your social media and I see you in the car jamming to the track.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
That honestly, that made me so happy. I had so many people calling me going, have you seen this? Have you seen this? And I was like, oh my God, it's amazing. So thank you so much. But at what point did you know you had an absolute massive anthem?
Oh, first of all, thanks for your mix. Thanks to you for that. I remember that day we were coming back from a dinner with the management, and Serge in the car said, I got a great remix. Do you want to hear it? And yeah, we said, yeah, let's play it. And there was a kind of, wow, what is this? It's full of energy, it's powerful. I mean, it got power, that's great. I love it, because it's totally different from the original. So that was the best thing, obviously, of the remix, and it was unexpected. So thanks for that. And about your question, to me, honestly, that moment was when I saw the track going #1 on every chart in UK in the last in the first 3 months. We were #1 on Spotify UK, iTunes UK, Shazam, and we were playlisted by all the radios in the UK. So that was the first moment when we said,
okay, we got something.
I mean, for me, when I heard it, straight away, I was just, you know, when you hear something once and then you're walking around and you're just, and it is everything. It wasn't just about the da da da. It was the, like, even the intro, dun dun dun. You know, everything about it. There's, you know, there's like so many different hooks in that record. You know what I mean? And you know, for me, like, obviously, it's been a pleasure to be able to meet you guys and do this mix. But I felt so proud when I see things like, you know, you getting nominated for a Grammy. I mean, what did that feel like?
We don't know really.
Honestly, it's the best goal for every musician and producer out there. So it's like a dream to get there in just 1 year of the project. So
amazing.
I remember I was with Simon in Washington that day, and we discovered during breakfast, during the live, that we've been nominated, because the days before that there was just a rumors, you know, label probably, management probably, we'll see, but that day in Washington, we started screaming in the middle of the breakfast at 9 a.m. So can you imagine the rest? You know, the rest of the day.
Prosecco breakfast.
You know what? I wasn't even nominated. It was you, and I was celebrating when I see it. I was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" I even hit up Serge, going, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" Like it was wonderful to see, and to see something that was done so organically, because I know that you'd had like a full sort of session, and then you just sort of did it at the end as a kind of like, yeah, let's just like come up with this idea, and it when the things like that happen organically, that's when they seem to grab the people's attention, and I think you absolutely nailed it with that. It was amazing. But yeah, also as well, your follow-up single as well was, that's another big tune, man.
Yeah, I mean, the point was we tried to wrote the second single, not trying to do the same thing as the first, but giving a follow-up, so a kind of similar thing with one step more on that. So the step more is a little bit more pop on the vocal top line.
Yeah.
So that was the point, because the backing track more or less it sounds similar. And the good thing is that now after just two singles, people can recognize us and our project just for the sound signature. So that's really important for an artist, you know.
Of course.
So we trying to do the same thing as a sound design for the third.
Not easy, but
it's not easy. Yeah, we don't want to be. I don't know how to say, but we don't want to do the same thing for the third time.
Yeah, of course.
So and then we are in a weird time, so that kind of stuff is gonna be hard to release at the moment. But without the clubs, without all the stuff from our world, you know.
Of course.
So, but the third single is ready.
Yeah.
No one knows that this is a preview just for you.
Excellent.
The third single is ready, so we're just trying to fix some stuff with the singer and try to know the release date as soon as possible.
Yeah, that's excellent. I know you guys are mad busy. I know you've got like, you know, I really do appreciate you coming here to chat with me. I just want to say it was an absolute honor to be able to do a mix of your classic. It's a classic. It's a modern day classic. That's a song.
Really a classic. Yeah.
That's a song that we're going to hear 20 years time, and we're going to remember a moment. We're going to remember that moment in time. Do you understand? It's like, you know, I remember where I was the first time I heard it. I was with my wife and I heard it and I was like, oh my God, and this is amazing. You know what I mean? Like, it was just so catchy. So, you know, guys, thank you so much. It's an absolute honor, honestly. Thank you.
Thanks to you for your time and your mix and your support. Honestly, it means a lot to us, honestly.
Listen, it's my pleasure. My
Yeah,
pleasure.
that.
But listen, would you like to say anything before we go about your newest thing that you've got out? Because I know you've just done a remix for somebody, which you just released last week, right?
We released the remix of Disco Police by Chris Menos and Lifelike. And the track is going really well, so we're really looking forward to play it live. That's the moment.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And you know what? When we can all, when the social distancing is closed down, I look forward to going and giving you all three a big hug.
Of course, yeah, 100%, mate.
Brilliant.
I can't wait.
Lovely, brilliant. Listen, thank you so much for your time, guys. This is Medusa, one of the biggest acts in the world right now. And thank you so much for joining me today. I truly do appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers. Boy, what could I say? Do you know what? Them guys, the energy, you can't beat that energy and you can't beat that vibe. Big love to Medusa. Big love to all of their team in the background. It was an honour. It truly was. The next one, it's a biggie. It's another biggie. I'm really, really proud of all the tracks on the album, but I'm absolutely loving this one. It's none other than a track with my boy. He's a good friend. He's become a good friend of mine over the last few years. Do you know what? He's such a legend. He runs arguably the biggest rave in the world. Do you know what? It's like the biggest dubstep and drum and bass party. You know where I'm going with this, right? You know where I'm going with this, yeah? It's Rampage. I always remember Mackie used to say, every time we did these interviews, Mackie would, like, you know, people would say, what's your favourite rave you ever played at? And I would always revert back to a rave back in 1992, Phantasy in Bournemouth, because I remember the DJ booth was really high, and I remember when I climbed to the top of the ladder, I had to climb up a ladder to get on the DJ booth, and I was running late because the traffic was crazy. And I got on the booth, and as I put my head up, I just went, wow. All you could just see was like this sea of people, and it was like a football pitch. Like it's like it was inside some stadium. I think it was called Matchams Park Stadium, and it was just crazy. And I was just like, wow, this is nuts. And so I always kind of revert back to that. That's my kind of autopilot thing, because it was just like quite a monumental event. It was like probably one of the biggest of its kind at that time, you know. It was like really early. And yeah, so I revert to that. But Mackie used to always say Rampage, Rampage, Rampage. And I remember saying to him, bruv, like, what is this? Why do you keep talking about Rampage? Like, what? And he's like, bruv, wait till you see. One day you'll see. And then if you actually look at the video, because when we went to Rampage, we didn't actually go and check out what was going on. We arrived, went backstage, you know, had a bit of food, drinks, had a chat with a few other artists backstage. And then we went up this like sort of stairs. It's up the stairs to the stage. The stage is enormous. And we went on the stage, and as I got to the decks, I looked up and they put the lights on, and I went, whoa, wow. And you actually see me in the video look at Mackie and sort of nod to him to say, oh, I know what you mean. So that nod is me looking at Mackie going, I know what you mean now. And it was just massive. It was an absolutely epic event. And listen, me and Murdoch have just become good friends. Like since that day, we've, you know, our genuine love of music. And we were just chatting one day. I explained to him I'm doing an album, and you know, I said, look, what are you saying? We jump on a little beat together. So we did. We come up with Never Letting Go, and here it is right now. DJ Phantasy and Murdoch, Never Letting Go.
But I am a fighter.
The next track is with a guy. He's new to the scene, but he's gonna be massive. His name is Ben Snow, and you know what? Like, when I first come across him, I just remember seeing him appearing on the same shows as us, and I see his name popping about, and you know what? When I started talking to him, this guy is one of the most humblest guys. I mean, he's wearing like concrete lead boots where he's so grounded and so on a level, and I just knew that I had to work with him because like he was just such a like safe guy. And yeah, do you know what? I'm not going to waffle too much. I'm going to tell you this track, DJ Phantasy and Ben Snow, is called Terminate, and it's a banger. Are you not ready with their bass faces? I want to see that bass face. Mate, Terminate. What an absolute certified banger. Come on. And you know what, big up Ben Snow. Do you know what? We're going to go and chat with him right now. Ben Snow in the house. People, this guy is one of the hottest things in drum and bass right now. So like, make sure you go and check him out on his socials. Ben, how are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. You?
Yeah, I'm good, brother. I'm good. I'm here. You know what I mean? How you been there? What have you been doing during this lockdown? Well, I know we've obviously been working on music and that, but what else have you been up to?
Well, I've been doing the live streams, which I've told you about, the back-to-back ones.
Yeah, that's sick. Just for those that don't know, like, go and check out Ben's. Ben's been doing back-to-back streams. He was the first person I see doing them. I had to actually ask him, how are you doing this? I couldn't quite work it out because he would be in one place and whoever he was doing a back-to-back with would be in the other place, and the way they did it together was so sick. So go and check them out. So production-wise, like, tell us what I know what you've got planned. I want you to tell us what you got planned.
Well, I've been in lockdown, it's been sort of up and down with the motivation.
I hear that, bro.
So it's mainly been, I've done a couple solo projects, but it's mainly been working with other people.
That's right.
And sort of getting stuff started.
Good that you're working with people and trying to get things moving. You know me, I love a collaboration. Hence why you've just heard Terminate, and you know Terminate is pure fire. You know, big up Holy Goof, he's absolutely championing that one right now. Did you see the stream Goof put up? Yeah, big up Goof. You know, tell us, you've got a label starting in your own website, and do you want to give us a bit of information about that?
Yeah, so I've just started up my own website. So I've done it all myself, just got my releases on there, mixes, and then hopefully soon I'll have some merch to put on there. Maybe even get label stuff on there when I can come up with a name for it.
Yeah, and listen, if anyone wants to contribute, he's been thinking of a name for ages. So like, just send in some requests, some answers, some suggestions.
Yeah.
Right, Ben, it was an absolute honour for you to come on and do the track with me for the album, and I'm sure you'll see more from us real soon. Right, the next track that I'm going to be playing from my album Generations is none other than a track by myself and my brother Mackie G. So listen, if you don't know already, Mackie just released an album like a month ago. So go and grab that. It's 28 tracks. Mad, pure vibes. And you know what? It's an absolute pleasure to be able to have this track with my brother Mackie on the album. It's called Euphoria. We've been opening our sets with it for the last 9 months and it's been going off. So I'm just going to let the tune play. Come on, absolute banger, come on. Yes, so big up my brother Mackie G. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you turn that up nice and loud. That was a big one there. So next up we've got a bit of a face melter, yeah, one of them face melter ones. Yeah, this is a track that I done. I called I Can't Help Myself, and you know what, it's just mad. Just like, listen to it, check it out.
I can't help myself. I can't help myself.
Oh, I love that tune. The vibes. It's just one of them you just couldn't get locked into. Do you know what I mean? But that was Can't Help Myself It's out right now on my album, Generations. Go and grab that. Remember, share. That's real important. You share the music to all your friends. Put it on your socials, share it, put it out there. And listen, we're going to move into the last but not least, the final track of the album. None other than my track I done with Doctor called Junglist.
We pull up, yo. Pull up when you see we pull up, yo. Pull up when you see we pull up, yo. You better know we not in a play. I am a junglist, yo. I am a junglist, yo. When I wake every day through the night, you know. I am a junglist, yo. I am a junglist, yo. I am a junglist, yo. When I wake every day through the night, you know. I am a junglist, yo. When they see me with that vibes inside, everybody know say we alright. Right now you will see me rocking all night. Juggle through the dark, we don't want no light. They better know it's feel good vibes. We are gonna show, I feel good vibes. The only thing we know.
Big up my boy Doctor, absolutely smashed the vocal. When I sent him the instrumental for that, he nailed it straight away. He phoned me up and he's like, yo, Phantasy, I've been working on this thing, like, yeah, listen, what do you think? Played it down the phone. I was like, are you mad? That is sick. Send me it now. And he was laughing and he sent it over to me. And as soon as I sent it over to Future Bound at Viper Recordings, he was straight on the phone to me like, Steve, well, he didn't say Steve, but Steve, hey Steve, what's going on here? What like, should I put the translation? Yeah, he'd be like, "Hey Steve, what go on, lad? What's happening? Like, you want to do the tune? Like, and what he was saying was, as you can read along the bottom there, is there any chance one could sign this record to Viper Recordings? But luckily, I'm fluent Scouse. I can talk fluent Scouse, so I understood exactly what he was saying. Do you know what? It's all love. Big love to my brother Brendan Future Band for believing in the tune. And massive love to everyone that supported it. It truly does mean a lot. So yeah, man, boy, God, that time went well quick, man. Where did the time go? It's the end of it's the end of it. It's the end of the show. So yeah, I just want to thank everybody who's locked in. I want to thank everybody that's been sharing and retweeting and talking about it. Much love to you all. The album is out now. It's available here or here. It's definitely there. Yeah, it's available everywhere. So listen, please go out, support, and don't forget, the book is available as well if you want to grab that. It's a good read, honestly. Like, shall I start reading? Nah, we want to get back on with some other bits, some other music, some other tutorials. So this is me, DJ Phantasy, and I am signing out. And I want to thank you so much for being on this little journey with me as we went through the album, my album, Generations. Much love. Peace.